You buy the biggest logo you trust, then the couch seats expose the mistake. Side seats wash out, movie formats go missing, or glare turns premium HDR into squinting. So this brand guide sorts the real fit, not the badge. Match screen size to seating, pick formats for your movies, and don't ignore ports, reflections, or sound routing. Let's move. Number 1. Samsung S95F OLED. If your room has lamps, windows, and side seats, it's the Samsung I'd start with. The matte QD-OLED panel is the point, because reflections stay less annoying during daytime viewing. You also get 4K and 165Hz, so gaming PCs get more headroom than console-only sets. That makes it a strong mixed-use pick for sports, movies, and fast games. But the format trade-off is real. There's no Dolby Vision support, and DTS audio formats aren't supported either. So I'd skip it for a disc-heavy theater built around those formats. I'd also pause if you only want first-party retail availability. Great Samsung pick, but not the safest movie format pick. Number 2. Sony BRAVIA II OLED. Building around movies first? It's the Sony I'd rather use than chase peak brightness. It uses a 4K QD-OLED panel with Dolby Vision, DTS passthrough, and Google TV. That means fewer format headaches when your streamer and player share the rack. The size catch matters, though, because this line is only 55 inch and 65 inch. So I'd plan it for a focused media room, not a huge wall. The glossy finish also isn't my choice for sunlight blasting the screen. Skip it if you need a larger Sony QD-OLED from this exact line. And skip it if your room fights every TV with harsh daytime glare. Number 3. LG G5 OLED. Want an OLED that doesn't feel precious during daytime? It's the LG I'd buy for balance. I'd choose it for HDR movies, wide seating, and serious gaming in one room. The standout is Dolby Vision plus 4K at 165Hz, which keeps movies and gaming equally covered. All 4 HDMI 2.1 ports matter if you juggle consoles and a PC. But the audio trade-off is still annoying for disc collectors. It doesn't pass through DTS audio formats, so your receiver plan matters. I'd skip it if DTS routing through the TV is central. Otherwise, it's the LG I'd buy before overcomplicating the setup. Number 4. Panasonic Z95B OLED. Here the pitch is simple. Fewer boxes, more format flexibility. I'd pick the Panasonic for a premium movie room that still handles gaming. It combines a 4K OLED panel with Dolby Vision and HDR10+ support. That covers both major HDR camps without making you choose sides. The built-in soundbar angle also helps if your furniture hates extra hardware. But DTS is the snag, because the TV won't pass through those audio formats. So I'd wire disc players straight into a receiver or soundbar instead. Skip it if you need every device routed through the TV cleanly. And skip it if your audio setup must stay cable simple. Number 5. TCL QM8K. Not every living room needs OLED, and this TCL proves that point. I'd pick it for a bright, straight-on room where value still matters. It's a 4K VA LCD with Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and DTS pass-through. For gaming, 4K at 144Hz and VRR keep modern hardware well served. PC players also get 1080p at 288Hz if speed matters more than resolution. The trade-off is seating, because VA LCD isn't as forgiving from the sides. So I wouldn't buy it for a wide sectional with people spread out. Skip it if direct light hits the glossy screen head-on. That's where the premium story starts to feel less premium. Number 6. Hisense U8QG. Chasing brightness and gaming specs? This Hisense is the aggressive value swing. I'd put it in a bright room where daytime TV beats movie purism. The headline is 4K at 165 Hz plus 1080p at 288 Hz and VRR. That makes it unusually friendly to consoles and faster PC play. It also has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 ports, so plan your inputs. But the picture judgment isn't as tidy as the feature list. HDR content can look overbrightened, which accuracy-focused viewers may dislike. I'd skip it for side-angle seating because the image falls off there. Skip it for a darkroom perfectionist who hates heavy tone choices. Number 7. Roku Pro Series 2025. If the remote matters as much as the panel, Roku has a real lane. I'd pick this for someone who wants simple streaming and console-ready basics. You get 4K at 120 Hz, VRR, Dolby Vision, and HDR10+ support. That covers the usual living room mix without making the interface feel fussy. The trade-off is placement, because glossy reflections can look mirror-like. The viewing angle also narrows the best seats more than OLED. And most DTS pass-through isn't here, so disc setups need care. Skip it if lamps face the screen or your couch wraps wide. I'd also skip it if Roku simplicity isn't your main reason. Number 8. Vizio Quantum Pro QLED. It's the brand pick I'd treat with the most caution. It makes sense only if you're specifically shopping Vizio and feeding good sources. The useful side is 4K at 120 Hz, VRR, Dolby Vision, and HDR10+. It also supports 1080p at 240 Hz and DTS audio formats. So the checklist looks stronger than the picture caveats suggest. But black levels, blooming, and processing are the compromise. I wouldn't buy it for a dark theater or messy low-quality streams. Skip it if you want OLED-like depth or a reliably available unit. Prices and stock change, so check before you buy. For me, that's a narrow lane. If you want the safest premium all-rounder, I'd start with LG, then Samsung for glare and gaming. For movie formats, Sony and Panasonic make more sense. For bright LCD value, compare TCL and Hisense. Roku is for interface-first buyers. Vizio is the cautious fallback. Before buying, map the couch, windows, and audio chain. Dolby Vision and DTS matter only if your content uses them. For gaming, match ports to every console and PC, not just the main one. My short list is LG for balance, Sony for movie rooms, and Samsung for glare. TCL is my bright room value pick. If one fits your room and gear, links are in the description.